What's going on, Planet S.O.N family? It's your main man, JD. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button for me. This is Drinks with JD.
Nice.
All right, Nicole McFly,
Hello.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
No, I truly appreciate it. You know, it's been a long time. You know, I met you, I want to say a couple years ago, and I just been so excited to sit down with you. So I'm just happy that we're here together and we're gonna get to know you. Well, since it's our first time sitting down together, can you please introduce yourselves to the Planet S.O.N audience? Can you please let them know who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Okay. Well, hello everybody. My name is Nicole McFly. I'm from Tijuana, and I am an artist. Yes.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, I guess let's be more specific, right? Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Tijuana. I was raised in San Diego.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. I guess so we could get to know you better. What schools did you go to?
Well, a lot of them. I went to a lot of schools, like TJ in San Diego.
Oh, wow.
You know, both places at the same time. I would say a couple years here, a couple years there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in San Diego, I would say Southwest High.
Okay.
You know.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, how was that dynamic like for you? Because let's say for people watching from like different countries, different cities, you know, they don't really know our culture as in, you know, San Diegans, we're a border city.
Right.
And, you know, it's normal for us, for our culture to like have like, let's say people living in TJ or, you know, vice versa, living over here and going to school over there, you know, stuff like that. How was it for you growing up?
Well, it was interesting because like I would go to TJ and, or like coming to school here, for example, and then going to TJ to like public schools, and it was a trip because the technology or like the education, it was like a little bit more behind. Like in the US, we're already using like laptops and shit, right? Yeah. And then, can I cuss?
Yeah. Well, be yourself.
Okay, I'll be myself. Anyways, so in TJ, I remember like in like middle school, we were still using the typewriters. Okay. But in the US, they were already using like smart boards and shit. So it was like a trip, and then like, you know, free lunches in the U.S. and in Mexico, it was like, nah, like you, like, everybody has to figure it out on their own, you know, and I don't know. So it was different like that. I appreciate both cultures, you know, but the education was totally different.
Yeah, and that's awesome that you at least got to see two perspectives, you know, where like, let's say people don't see both, and maybe sometimes they're not appreciative of certain things, you know, and maybe, you know, it's humbling, you know, and it could allow you to grow differently. Did that also impact you as well?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I love both cultures. I love I love Mexico and I love the U.S., but there's things of both that I feel like make me of who I am, you know what I mean? So yeah.
No doubt.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
No, that's fine. No worries. Okay. Well, where are your parents from?
My parents are, well, my aunt, my mom, she's from Ensenada. Oh, wow. And my dad's from TJ, you know, but I think his family's from like Guadalajara or something like that, so yeah.
Okay,
Tijuana, you know.
No doubt. Well, I guess let me share something. My mother is also from TJ.
Oh, nice.
Or I'm sorry, forgive me.
Ensenada.
My mother's also from Ensenada.
Nice.
And we constantly go, especially when I was a kid. We would always go there. My grandparents lived there, and even to this day, you know, I still take my mama to La Bufadora or just to her old neighborhood, you know. Yeah. Okay, so you're an artist through and through, right? Besides art and music, what else were you interested in as a kid?
As a child? Yeah. I really like the performing arts. Okay. I like theater and I like film. I don't know, I just always knew that I was gonna be doing art. I don't know, because I was always like so, I don't know, outgoing and I guess like, I don't know. I really like theater and acting, and I like horrible acting too. Okay. There's something funny about it, you know, but I don't know. Cartoons, I watched a lot of cartoons and stuff like that I really enjoyed. I just knew that I was gonna do something like this because, you know, I'm the oldest of all the nietos and stuff and like the cousins, so I was like, you know, during family reunions I'd be like, all right y'all, we're gonna prepare a little skit and we're gonna do it in front of everybody within like an hour, you know, just like randomly, like we would practice, or like, you know, I would record like the family gatherings and stuff, and then like edit it and show it at the end of the year.
That's amazing.
I don't know, just for fun, you know, we would go out and stuff, and I would cut it, and then like put funny music, and we would all just hang around the tree.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
so
talking about.
I always enjoyed it. Entertaining. I like performing, entertaining people. That's like what I like. I like making people laugh, or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it that I really enjoy.
Yeah, well, that's Nicole, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. What you just reminded me of, what you were talking about, how as a kid you would like get your cousins together and all that stuff. I would do that as well, right? All the time. Like, yeah, I would write, and then I would like film short films or something with my cousins. What were you able to, like, let's say, have an editing system or like software, you know, because the reason why I'm asking, because I didn't, so I would like cut in certain places in the video, in the actual video, and then record. But how did you do it?
I think I started with like a super whack program.
Okay.
It was a Vegas, I don't remember what it was called. I think it was Vegas Pro or something, and it was like one of those free programs, and my computer would crash all the time because it couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
you know?
it was just
like,
too powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, I think that's the first program that I used to like do videos.
Okay.
You know, not until I got like to school, I realized that there was more programs for free, and I would edit in school too, but that's what I would use, like that.
That's cool. That's what I'm talking
Or
about.
iMovie, I think.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, okay. Now, right now you're talking about your cousins, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you have siblings, and are you the most artistic?
I have two siblings. I have my sister and my brother, and I would say they're both artistic.
Okay.
They're both, like, my little brother enjoys like films. Like he's really into movies, and he writes like crazy scripts with zombies and stuff. And and he's just a child, you know what I mean? And so I'm like, interested, like what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
And he also like fucks with clay, you know, like he makes like clay dolls,
like
and
claymation,
like
or something
claymation,
like that.
and like or like he would see like because he's really into like World War II and stuff, and like the art of war, you know, so he would recreate like guns or like ships, and so he's really artistic. And my sister also, she's like a great like painter. She draws, like she can draw by memory, and like and she's very educated too, and she like expresses herself through dressing.
Yes.
So they're both artists, and my mom's, you know, used to it, but I don't know. I guess maybe since I'm the oldest, I just do things.
Yeah.
I just have to do things, you know, no matter how shitty they look. Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna make a movie.
Yeah.
And I make the movie, and then it's like, okay, it's not, I'll never release this maybe, but I did it.
But you did.
And now I have the experience. I don't know. So I'm just doing things, you know. I like doing things. That's like my favorite thing to do.
That's amazing.
No
doubt.
Yeah.
Now, is your family, all right, here, you know what, let me ask you this. When did you know, or how old were you when you fell in love with creating?
With creating?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I feel like it was always in me, to be honest with you. Like
day one.
Day one.
Your
like
birthday. Here we go.
Yeah, dude. Like I remember I was very I don't know. I just wanted to do things. But I guess the first thing that I did, I remember doing this drawing. It was like a Native American zombie girl, you know, like I just did it and like drew it and I was so proud of it, you know. I was like, dude, like how did I do this, you know? I was just like, and I just kept drawing and just kind of getting from the internet, you know. And I would also like create outfits too. Like I would make like little folders on my computer, and I would just like put like whatever I would find on the internet, and it's like, I can't afford this, but I'll put it here. And then also like me and my friends started like a fake podcast on my iPod, like an MP3 player, you know. We just record ourselves, and that was fun because we were just like coming up with things on the spot, you know. And we were just like, you know, like making fun of anything and everything, you know, as kids. And I really loved doing that and hearing it over, and like, I would show it to my mom and my sister, you know. And it was like 30-minute like recordings, and I would show it to put it like connected on the car, right? And I was like, you guys have to listen to this shit, you know, like, and they would laugh. They would laugh, and I was like, damn, like, that's funny.
That's awesome.
You know,
that's awesome.
So.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah. So how about this? When you first started displaying your artistic side, was your family encouraging? Like, were they telling you like, keep going, Nicole?
Well, I don't know if they said, well, they never said stop. They never said like, and they've never said like, oh, that's not, like, we don't like that, or maybe you should try something else, you know, like they've never said that. So I guess they would support it through like laughing and being like, or like, you know, they'd be like, oh, can you put it again, you know, like put that video again, or like they would share it, like be like, oh, look what my you know, my cousin did, this is funny, or whatever. So yeah, I've always had very encouraging parents and family. Amazing. You know, they've always been like super like down, and I feel like so they never said no. They've never, you know, I feel like if my family is like honest, you know, like I got cold family, hardworking family, and I feel like if they would have, I don't know, if they wouldn't have seen something in me, like, and I'm privileged that way, you know, because I know a lot of people are, you know, talented and are, you know, outgoing and I don't know, talented, and they don't have the encouragement of their family, which, you know, but I feel privileged to have the family that I have.
That's amazing. You know, that's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
You know how you were mentioning how all three of you and your siblings, right? All three of you guys have your own, I guess, artistic traits.
Yeah.
Did you also, or let's say, are your parents like that, or your grandparents?
No, my parents don't. They're not. I mean, my mom was the first person who showed me music. You know, that's for sure. Like she bought me an MP3 player, or like a CD. It was a CD player, the first thing, and she just burned me like CDs with like a lot of music. You know, she like so that's how I first came in contact with music. And then my grandma, I would say, is the most artistic one. Yeah. She like would build, like sew dresses for my mom and like her sisters, and she would paint too, like these crazy like paintings like of flowers and shit, and she was very into it. Like, so my grandma's, I would say I got it from her. Okay. You know, a little bit. I would say like 60%.
There you go. Okay, okay. So it's in the blood.
Yeah, regardless. I think so, in a way.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So, there you go. Right, product placement. Yes. Yeah. Shout out, you know, here. Cheers, right? Here, cheers. There you go.
Cheers. Clank, clank.
Okay, so.
Yes.
So I know that we actually just mentioned something. I guess that leads on to this question. But I guess I'll just keep poking at it, you know. Okay. So after following you for a while, and obviously after doing my research for this interview, you're, like I just mentioned, you're an artist through and through. You know, you dabble in music and film and dance and drawings and literally everything, right? And when it comes to art, where does that inspiration come from? Like, where are those artistic traits? Like, where do you think that you got them from?
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah. I think the soul wants what it wants. Okay, like it just comes out, you know. Like I think it's just, I don't know. It's cathartic, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes my body, I don't know. I just feel my emotions all through my existence, you know, like through my body and through my voice and through my eyes, through my hands. So I feel like it would be a sin not to. It would be a sin not to express it, you know, somehow. So I feel like it just comes out. But of course, you know, I've had I really like Gloria Trevi, for example. Okay. You know, she's like, you know, so expressive and in her dance moves or in her hair, in her like everything about her, you know. Well, back in the day when I started listening to her, you know, before I was innocent, I didn't know what was going on, you know, like, but yeah, I think it just comes through like survival almost, you know, like I don't know. I feel like you just have to express yourself no matter what, like just, I don't know. And I enjoy seeing all those art forms, you know, like I enjoy seeing people dancing or like, I don't know, like little things about each art is, I don't know, it feeds me, it feeds my soul, and I feel like I need to let it out somehow, you know.
Okay.
Because then I will go crazy, man.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Yeah. Well, it's awesome that, hey, at least, you know, you let it out through your art. Now, some people, right, they don't like to display, let's say, or show, let's say, their pain, their vulnerabilities, their fears, you know, stuff like that, right? However, for you, right, you display who you truly are in your art, you know, you and everything that you do. You know, you just let it all out. Where does that courage come from to allow yourself to display Nicole? Like, where does that courage come from?
Well, I don't know. Because I never wrote things knowing that I was going to be here, you know. I didn't write it thinking that I was going to perform it someday. I didn't write it like that, you know. I just wrote it like, kind of like, I don't know, a feeling, right, of whatever, betrayal or anger, you know. And then I just felt it, and I was like, well, I got to let it out. And like the first thing that, you know, I don't know, a song or whatever, or a drawing, and I'm just expressing it in the purest form, you know, like not thinking of anyone and like what they would say, or if I would like put anybody on blast or myself on blast. Like I didn't think about that. I'm sorry, I keep touching the mic, man.
You're fine. No, you're fine. It's good. It's good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And then the courage, I guess, came from like, I don't know, people just enjoying it, you know? Like just being like, or sharing their story with me, and they'd be like, oh, damn, dude, you know, like this happened to me, or like this resonates with me. And I'm like, huh, interesting, you know, like that's, but I guess, like I said, it feeds me to perform. It feeds my soul. Like I feel so good. Like
that's amazing.
I feel like the stage is where I feel the safest, dude. Like it's like where I feel part of something greater. I don't know, part of greater than me even, because I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's
well, it's awesome that, you know, you allow yourself, right, to display who you, like I said, who you truly are, and that energy comes back to you. You know, where like, you know, how you were saying, how when people see your art, which is your true self, you know, they resonate with the whole thing, and then they get courage, they get what you know, the positivity that you're pushing out, and that's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like you have to be yourself. I don't know. And everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about being real. Everybody talks about that, and it's 100% true, you know? Like, I don't know. Who else can we be but ourselves, you know? I enjoy expressing myself. I've always been super sensitive, you know? Like, I've always been a crybaby. I've always been, like, I don't know, expressive, you know? Like, I've never been able to hold it down. Hold it, like, inside, you know? Maybe you see me happy and stuff, hey, you know? But I also, you know, I'm sensitive, just like everybody else, you know? And, yeah, I don't know. Even when I'm happy, I can, you know, I can shed a tear here and there, you know, like, you know. I'm very emotional. I can feel emotions very heavily, and I don't know, maybe that's what helps me express my music, express myself, you know. I don't know. I feel like people can smell when something's fake, or they can feel when someone's not being real. Like, I don't know if, you know, I feel like humans are becoming more aware of themselves and others, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I just like expressing myself. It's like my favorite thing to do.
No doubt. Okay. So, like I keep mentioning, you know, you're extremely artistic, right? What scares you from art and creating?
Day, go work.